we are going to learn terms related to spherical mirrors. Number 1, pole of a mirror. Pole is nothing but the center of the mirror surface. It is represented symbolically by letter P as shown in the figure. Next one is the center of curvature. The center of the sphere of which the mirror is a part is called the center of curvature of the mirror. It is represented symbolically by letter C. C is the center of curvature of the mirror as shown in the figure. Next term is the radius of curvature. The radius of the sphere of which the mirror is a part is called the radius of curvature of mirror. The length CP or CA in the figure is the radius of curvature of the mirror. Next is the principal axis. The straight line passing through the pole and the center of curvature of the mirror is called its principal axis. PM is the principal axis of the mirror in the figure. Next is the principal focus. Incident rays which are parallel to the principal axis of a concave mirror after reflection from the mirror meet at a particular point in front of the mirror on the principal axis. This point F is called the principal focus of the concave mirror. In the case of a convex mirror, incident rays parallel to the principal axis after reflection appear to come from a particular point behind the mirror laying along the principal axis. This point is called the principal focus of the convex mirror. Next term is nothing but the focal length. Focal length is nothing but the distance between the pole and the principal focus of the mirror. This distance is half of the radius of curvature of the mirror. So what is the difference between the principal focus of the concave and convex mirror? Let's begin with a new topic, drawing the reflected rays. How do we determine the direction that an incident ray will take after reflection from a spherical mirror? As shown in the figure, MN is a spherical mirror and ray AQ is incident on it. CQ is a radius and therefore is perpendicular to the mirror at Q. Angle AQC is the angle of incidence. According to the laws of reflection, angle of incidence and the angle of reflection are of the same measure. While drawing the reflected ray QB, angle CQB must be equal to the angle AQC. We can study the images produced by spherical mirrors by drawing ray diagrams. A ray diagram is the depiction of the path taken by light rays. To draw a ray diagram, we use the following rules, which are based on laws of reflection of light. First rule: if an incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, then the reflected ray passes through the principal focus. This is the first rule that you have to keep in the mind while drawing a ray diagram. If an incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, then the reflected ray passes through the principal focus. Second rule, if an incident ray passes through the principal focus of the mirror, the reflected ray is parallel to the principal axis. Third rule, if an incident ray passes through the center of curvature of the mirror, the reflected ray traces the same path to come back, as shown in the figure. Now let's begin with the next topic, images formed by a concave mirror. Try this with the help of experiment. We are going to clear the concept of image formation. We need the candle, 2 cardboard boxes, large cardboard sheet, white paper, concave mirror, meter ruler, wooden block. Take the cardboard box, large enough to hold the candle or lamp. Cut off one side and place the candle inside. Cut out a narrow shaped slit from one side so that we get an arrow shaped light source. Make a screen by sticking a white paper on the cardboard sheet and set it up vertically with the help of the wooden block. Fix the mirror vertically on the other cardboard box by making a slit on its top surface. Place the screen near a window and place the mirror in front of it such that the image of the sun or some far away object forms clearly on the screen. Measure the distance between the screen and the mirror in this situation. This is the focal length of the mirror. Set up the experiment as shown in the figure. In a dark room, place the mirror near the 0 mark on the meter scale. Place the screen in front of it and place the light source in between the two so that the distance between the mirror and the source is the little more than the focal length of the mirror. Obtain a clear image of the source on the screen by moving the screen along the meter scale and perpendicular to it. The image will be inverted and larger than the source. As the image is obtained on the screen, it is a real image. Now move the source away from the mirror so that the distance between the two is greater than twice the focal length of the mirror. Get a clear image on the screen by moving it towards the mirror. The image is inverted, is smaller than the object and real. As shown in the figure, object AB is placed between the focus and the center of the curvature of the concave mirror MN. The incident ray AQ is starting from A and going through the focus F, becomes parallel to the principal axis after reflection and returns along QR. The incident ray AS parallel to the axis after reflection passes through the focus and returns along the path ST. It cuts the reflected ray QR at point A1. The image of A is formed at A1. The point B is situated on the principal axis, and so its image will also be on the axis and will be directly above A1. The image of B is at B1. The images of points between A1 and B1 will be formed between points A1 and B1. The images of object AB is A1, B1. From this, we see that when the object is placed between the focus and the center of curvature, the image is formed beyond the center of curvature. This image is larger than the object and inverted. As the reflected rays actually cross each other, the image is a real image and can be obtained on a screen. In this figure, object AB is placed between the pole and the focus of the mirror. The incident ray AQ is parallel to the principal axis and the incident ray AS is in the direction joining A with the center of curvature. The figure shows how these rays get reflected and form the image A1B1 of the object. This image is behind the mirror, erect and larger than the object. The reflected ray do not actually meet but appear to come together behind the mirror. The image is a virtual image. The position and type of the image produced by a concave mirror when an object is placed at different distances from it, as shown in the table. If we place the object between pole and focus, then the position of the image is behind the mirror. Then what will be the nature of image? Yes, the image will be erect and virtual. Then what is the size of the image? Image will be magnified. Second, if we place the object at the focus, then the position of the image will be at infinity. Nature of the image real and inverted, and image is very large. If we place the object between focus and the center of curvature, then the image formation takes place beyond the center of the curvature. Image will be real and inverted as well as magnified. If we place the object at the center of the curvature, then the image formation will take place at the center of curvature. The image will be inverted and real. The size of the image will be same as the object. If we place the object beyond the center of curvature, then the image formation will take place between the center of curvature and the focus. Image will be real and inverted, and size of the image will be diminished. If we place the object at a very large distance, then the image formation will take place at focus. Image will be real and inverted, and size of the image will be point image. So this is all about the image formation by the concave mirror at different position.